Welcome back to the Los Angeles Angels draft-only franchise. We just wrapped up season 4. Incredible season for our Angels. We had the Rookie of the Year, MVP, Home Run Derby champ, and All-Star Silver Slugger Edgar Mota. Put in just a phenomenal rookie season. One of only 3 players in the majors to ever have Rookie of the Year and MVP in his rookie season. We also had Freddie Lorenz, rookie pitcher, throw a no-hitter against the White Sox. And had just a great season overall. We also had the MLB debuts of Tyler Bremner and Nelson Rada, as we have 4 of our best prospects reach the major leagues this season. Now we've reached the point where we have to go into the offseason. We need to re-sign all of our players, deal with guys that are up for arbitration, look to see if there's any undrafted free agents out there that we can add to the roster, make some decisions on veterans, whether we want to keep them around or get rid of them and go younger. We have the draft lottery coming up, and we also have to go into the Rule 5 draft and see if there's anybody possibly there that we could pick up and move to the major leagues, and especially look for players that can help us with batting average or power or fielding for that matter, since we had some of the lowest runs allowed in the league, but we also had some errors we need to do better on defense. And so we're going to hop into that right now. Going to advance the day, get to the off season. We see that our manager, our first base coach, and third base coach are all going to have to be replaced. Got some guys we need to negotiate. And retired players first. Anybody on this list of note? Kevin Gossman, Chris Sale, Clayton Kershaw. See if he gets in the Hall of Fame or not. Jameson Taillon. Anybody else? Don't think so. And there we go. And Clay Kershaw did get into the Hall of Fame. Probably should have more guys. This game does a poor job of putting players in the Hall of Fame. And we have Joe Jimenez and Jose Quijada that are exclusive free agents. Let's see how much they want. I want to bring them back for 1 year because they're already in their mid-30s. See if he'll take 5.1. And Quijada, one of our better lefties. I'm only going to go 1 year with him as well. And 2.9. See if those guys will go for that. And now staff, we need a manager, first base, and third base. And let's go look. Thomas Tuttle, speed, stealing, and power. Gotta love that. All right, we got 2 guys here right now. His drag bunting's not as good, but 3 power, 3 speed. He's got 3 power, 3 speed, but he's also got stealing. So let's go for Thomas Tuttle. I'm actually going to put bids on both these guys. See what Tuttle can give us. We want to go 5 years. It's probably going to cost us close to $9.5 million. See what that does. That maxes him out. And Woodward, we're going to try and get one of these guys. And we're going to push him up to 9. There we go. See which one of those guys signs. And we also need first base. Durability, speed, fielding. Lose 1 on stealing, but we get 1 the other way. Let's try for Miguel Santana. Anybody else? Yeah, let's go with Miguel Santana. We're going to have to overpay these guys just a little bit. Push him up around 1.8. And third base. Let's go with Brian Wong. Again, push this up around 2. There we go. You got to really overpay for these coaches or they will go somewhere else. So let us advance 1 day and see what happens. Thomas Tuttle is our new manager. There we go. And Brian Wong is our third base coach. Look at that again. And so we have Miguel Santana left to get as our base coach. And fielding is really helpful. And speed and durability helps across the board as well. Let's advance 1 more day. And the Rays got him as their first base coach. Okay, so let's go in here and find a new first base coach candidate. Durability, reaction. Let's go with this guy instead. Go 5 years and about 1.5. That should do that. Anybody else? And 1 more day. And he goes to the Pirates. Man, this is difficult. All right. 1 more time for a first base coach. Only 1 on him, so we'll just wait him out. did we get our guys? Did we have these guys sign? Yes, Quijada and Jimenez both signed, so we don't have to worry about that. And we are sitting at 96 players on the roster, so we need to cut at least 3 players, probably 4. So let's go through here. We just drafted him a couple years ago, but he's only a C potential. He's way down as a 57. So we're going to get rid of Eduardo Fernandez, let him go somewhere else. Get us down to 17. We need to get rid of some relievers, and let's look at the guys that are in the 30-year-old range. 35 there. Yeah, Bernardino is regressing, so we're going to go ahead and release him. And we're going to release Carson Fulmer. Gets us down to 93. We need to release one more guy, and I think it's going to be Sammy Peralta. Right, so we got rid of 2 lefties and a righty, and everybody else is good. So let us go in and take a look at the first class of free agents. And we got Francona. So all of our coaching positions are full. There we go. Love it. So now, free agency, to find the undrafted guys, you go to all free agents, go to starting pitchers. You got to get past the top 150. And then I just look at age, and we want to look at 18 to 21 year olds. There's nobody there at starting pitcher. Reliever, do we have anybody here? And you also want to look for guys that don't have any plus or minuses. They'll just be blank across the board. Like this is a good example right here. William Luther has no pluses or minuses. So you know he was either cut or he was not drafted. He has no experience. It's the only guys we can add, guys with no experience. That pitching, clutch, and control are bad, so I'm not even going to bring him onto the team. You have this lefty, Ricky Wood. I will remember him. Are there any catchers in here? There's one. Pretty good defense, and he's got really good power. Terrible vision, discipline, and clutch, but still his clutch is higher than his contact, so write down Jacob Miley's name. We'll come back to him in a minute. Anybody at first base? We have John Singleton that we can get rid of. This guy's played before. There's one, Dwayne Long. We'll write him down too. Shortstop. There we go. 21-year-old, 68 potential, or 68 overall D potential. Really good defense though. Another shortstop, probably move him to second base. Ed Vaughn, 18-year-old, 64 D potential, really good bat though, not much glove, great speed. Right field, anybody in right? There's a guy that can play left field, Blaine Goss. And that's it for all the guys on free agency. Now we have to tender contracts, offer your arbitration, and select our 40-man roster. Let's get this 40-man roster stuff out of the way first. And I think we're definitely going to put Dario Lavarde, but I'm not going to put Sandy Gaston on there because I think we can replace him with a draft pick down the road if somebody happens to snag him. Laferty goes to the 40-man. While we're at it, Derrick Siddiqui is going on the 40-man. And he is going to the majors. He's going to be in spring training. We're not messing around. He will more than likely be in the rotation. And same thing with Leandro Santana going on the 40-man. And he's most likely going to be at the major leagues to start the season. Vukovic dropped to a D potential. Wow. This guy's better as a C. If that's the case, I'm going to pick him off the 40-man roster. David Biggio is going to go onto the 40-man. John Singleton's going off the 40-man. And we're going to move Boovie to relief pitcher for the next year or two. And I'll put Aguiar at AAA and Abe Vento down in AA. Boovie's going to go to the 40-man because he is going to the Major League roster as well. We will keep Phil Perez down, see how it goes. Any guys struggle or whatever, get injured, then we can pull him up. He'll start in AAA. And so right now, this is going to be our starting rotation. It all depends on injuries and such in spring training. But Siddiqui, Bremner, Lorenz, Gonsolin, Medina, got Clausen and Bowden. Francis actually finished the season really strong. Victor Medeiros. So these 4 guys right here are going to battle for the last spot in the rotation. Let's put him back up to the major leagues. All right, and now I'm going to go in, offer contracts to all these guys, just bring them back, except for Tyler Bremner. Let's do Bremner right now. I want to get him on a long-term deal as well. Let's go 5 years with him, and we'll get him signed through his age 30 season, and that'll wrap up having Gonsolin and Lorenz and Bremner, and then obviously Siddiqui. All these guys will be signed, and make sure we have our top young guys signed so we don't have to pay through the nose later. 6.7, he should take that. And now I'll just go renew the contract on the rest of these guys, and I'll be right back. And we were able to sign Tyler Bremner to that 5-year, $33 million contract. We also sent John Singleton and AJ Vukovic to Salt Lake AAA. They're off the 40-man roster now. Added Ricky Wood as a free agent. Added Ed Vaughn as a free agent. We also released Travis Blankenhorn. And then we renewed the contracts of everybody else that was up for renewal. And then we offered arbitration to everybody on this list for arbitration. So that'll take care of all of our additions. We just got to wait for these guys to sign and see how much they're going to get signed for. And our first free agent signing of the offseason, Jose Ramirez, goes to the Yankees. Cody Bellinger gets traded to the Brewers. And the Yankees get Tim Yeager and Blake Perkins in return. George Kirby signs with the Giants. Gunnar Henderson stays with the Orioles. 11-year deal, wow. And Tyler Glasnow signs with the Orioles. I'm going to scroll through this list. Tanner Scott goes to the Brewers. Ryan O'Hearn to the Braves. O'Neal Cruz goes to the Reds. Royce Lewis to the Guardians. Going to replace Ramirez at third base. Cubs get Sean Murphy. Riley Green goes to the Padres. And the Cardinals get Irvin Wheeler from the Blue Jays. They just drafted Wheeler, just got drafted 2nd overall, and he gets shipped to the Cardinals, and the Blue Jays get 21-year-old closer Reynaldo Velasquez. So high-profile prospect trade right there. And you can see in the middle of the screen there, Dodgers signed Spencer Torkelson to a 5-year deal. And now we've reached draft lottery day. We're sitting at number 10. It's going to take a minor miracle to get us all the way up to the top or in the top 3. So we'll not have one of those high overall guys waiting for us like Edgar Mota or Derrick Siddiqui, but we'll just see how this goes. Hopefully we don't move down any at all. Nationals, 105 losses. Marlins, 101. So let's simulate and see where we pick next year. Oh, and we jump 5 spots. We're up to number 5. The Rockies go up 3. The Tigers go up 8. And we made it into the top 5. Man, Nationals got knocked way down 6 spots. I love that. Hopefully they'll have 5 good players for us to choose from. And just a reminder, that only works in the first round. All the rest of the rounds goes back to regular draft pick spot. But we get a top 5 pick for next year. Kind of love it. And Christopher Sanchez goes to the Yankees. Garrett Clevenger gets traded to the Twins for Eddie Snow and Craig Brookshire. So a prospect trade for a veteran. And now it's Rule 5 draft day. We're just going to go in here, look around, and see if there's anybody that we could conceivably add to the team, especially guys that have really good defense and guys that have a lot of power. And if there's no one, then I'll be right back and say we didn't pick anybody. But if we do find someone, then I'll show you who it is that we took. And I found a catcher I definitely want to take. Jose Herrera. He's 32 years old, only has C potential, 72 overall. It's going up. Hasn't played since 2024, but he's got 72 contact against lefties. Great vision and discipline, and his defense is in a good spot too. He's just not very fast. And yeah, we're going to take him because Wong didn't do it, and I don't know how long I can keep on counting on Keegan, but we're going to draft Jose Herrera, and he will be our platoon catcher, definitely batting against left-handed pitching next season. And there you can see we selected Herrera in the Rule 5 draft. We also did not offer arbitration to John Singleton and AJ Vukovic, so they are both free agents. That means we have a roster spot available, so we'll add somebody in free agency. And Blaine Goss is going to take Vukovic's spot on the roster. And Dwayne Long is going to replace Singleton on the roster. And because we added Herrera, we're going to have to cut a catcher. We're going to cut Josh Crouch, 30-year-old, 72C. Same thing as Herrera. And Emmanuel Clase leaves Cleveland. He's going to the Mariners, so we're going to have to deal with him in division. Joe Adell leaves the Oakland A's, goes to the Yankees, so we get him out of division. Ronald Acuna Jr. goes to the Astros. Wow, 10 years. Blake Snell to the Giants. And Gavin Cross wins his arbitration hearing, so he gets $3.7 million. Dominic Keegan loses, so the Angels only got to pay him $780,000. Tyson Miller wins, so he's getting basically $2.5 million. Nick Lofton loses, he's getting $780,000. By Rosario lost, so he's getting $780,000. Even Biggio lost, so he's getting $1.96 million. Danny Young loses, so he gets $780,000. Alex Pinales wins, so he gets $853,000. And Benny Montgomery lost, so he gets $780,000. Ryan Ward loses, he gets $780,000. And Johnny Brito wins, so he gets $3.1 million. Eric Miller wins, he gets $3 million. And Bowden Francis doesn't win. The Angels only got to pay him $1 million. And Victor Gonzalez wins, he gets $1.4 million. And that's it for arbitration. And a few more signings. Gabriel Moreno goes to the A's. Josiah Gray to the Phillies. Braxton Garrett to the Mets. Jonah Heim stays with the Rangers. Gainer Diaz to the Mariners. Barrios and Eflin to the Dodgers. Tyler O'Neill to the Red Sox. Evan Phillips to the Yankees. Luis Castillo to the Astros. Trevor Rogers to the Reds. Fairbanks to the Yankees. Luis Heel to the Phillies. Man, guys are moving all over the place. Anybody else? Doesn't look like it. Jeffrey Springs to the Pirates. All right, there it is. And we are done with the offseason. Now I got to go in, set up our rotation and batting order for spring training, and we'll be right back as we have Derrick Siddiqui, Leandro Santana, Denzer Guzman, Nelson Rada, all these guys are going to be in action in the spring. I'll show you selected highlights throughout the rest of the spring to finish off this episode. And then next episode, we will start the 2029 season on opening day. And before we hop into some spring training games, I wanted to show you what the lineup is going to look like. We have Leandro Santana playing DH leading off, Rada second, Made third. That's going to push Moda down to number 4. These two actually might flip-flop during the season, especially when the computer controls it on sim games. So we'll see how that works. Rosario behind him, Cross. Kevin Biggio is going to play second base against righties. Keegan right now is going to play catcher against righties. Spinellis is way down here. It's not the worst thing in the world to have that power down at the bottom of the order. And against lefties, everything stays the same, except Herrera comes in to play catcher and Lofton plays second base. I want to see how Herrera does with that 72 contact. And he's got to stay on the roster all season anyway. So if he's not cutting it, he'll just be the backup, and Keegan will play every day like he did last year. So anyway, that's how it goes. And on the pitching side, we're going to go with Gonsolin, Lorenz, Bremner, then Siddiqui, then Medina. Move Siddiqui down in the order. He won't face number 1 and number 2 starters. He'll be facing number 3s and 4s, right? So he should have better matchups. And I just want to see how he goes and see what his production is, because that 56 hits per 9 is a bit low, but the 95 walks, 95 strikeouts should offset that. And here we are at spring training. Angels going to have several young players in their lineup in the spring. Excited to see how they do. And so you know how this works. We're going to quick manage the game, and what I want to do is player lock on Leandro Santana for this first game. I want to see how he does in the leadoff spot, and then we will do another player lock once Derrick Siddiqui's turn in the rotation comes around. Really want to see how he pitches against the CPU, and then we will mix it up with other players as we go throughout spring training. So first game here against the Mariners. Going to player lock with Santana, and I will just show you his at-bats. We're not going to show the quick manage batting for either team. I'm just going to show you Santana's at-bats. And the Mariners did not score in the top half of the inning, so now Santana trying to get things started here against Brian Wu. And first pitch is low on the inside. Santana need to get his power pushed up, but his contact is really, really good. Be interesting to see how he does against these major league pitchers, especially since he hit less than 270 at AAA. But the dude can fly once he gets on the bases. He had 60 steals down in AA 2 years ago. So he's the number 2 left fielder in baseball, number 4 prospect for us, number 25 prospect overall. There's a foul ball. His defense is really not that good, but I could get him some games at first base and move Moda to left field. Right now, he's just going to be our everyday DH. That's the plan going forward. There's a shot into left center field. It's going to go down one hop off the wall. Extra base hit for his first hit, his first at-bat at the pro level in spring training. There we go. Could use a lot of that. He had over 30 doubles and 10 triples last year in AAA. And like I said, we play in a very big pitcher's park down AAA. He's got 420 to center field, so he might hit a few more home runs at the major league level, just like Moda did last year. Ian Santana's up here in the second with 2 out. We put up 3 runs in the first inning. Santana scored on a single. A couple of doubles later. We're up 3-0, so 1 for 1. Double to left center field his first time up. See how he does the second time. Ryan Wu and Gonsolin still in the game. 1-0 pitch. Off the plate. He can draw some walks. That'll definitely help get him on. He can steal his way around. Rada can steal bags. Made definitely steal bags with 50. What, he had 53 or 4 last year. Here's ball 3. And now Santana heading to count 3-1. Here's the pitch. Eye for ball 4. There we go. So a double his first time and a walk the second time. All right, we got a 4-4 tie here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cross tied it with a solo shot off Derrick Siddiqui, and now Benelis is on with a 2-out single. All right, Santana walked and doubled off Wu. See how he does against the lefty here. He did not try to steal with computer running things last inning. And Scooble's 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a shot into right center field, and it's going to drop. And the runner on first is going to go to third. No, he stops and holds at second. Okay. So 2 singles. So Santana, double, a walk, and a single. See this replay. Takes the outside pitch and just doesn't get all of it. Gets it over second base. Now we got 2 on and 2 out. Now we're up 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Moda hit a 2-run shot in the 5th inning, so Santana comes up again for his 4th plate appearance. Benelis on with a single again. All right, Santana, a double, a single, and a walk. Rips this foul deep down the left field line. He can get on base consistently in front of Rada and Made and Moda. We're going to put up a lot of runs this year. There's a pitch in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher to throw down to second, and Benelis is out. Close play there. Bryson Mott's on the mound for the Mariners. Got a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Scoop, throw to first, and they get him for the first time today. And it's now 8-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Benelis got his 3rd hit of the day. A solo shot off Connor Pilkington. And we get 1 more at-bat for Santana. It'll be his 5th plate appearance of the day. So let's hop in here and see what he does. All right, Santana, single, double, walk, ground out. Rips his foul down the right field line. He is that Andres Figueroa type player that we had with the Tampa Bay Rays. Got to get him on base in front of all these big bats. He's got the speed to steal bases and get in scoring position all by himself. Check swing is a strike. And we got a battle going on here. Santana's fouled off 3 or 4 pitches in a row. Down in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch. And jam shot. Going to go to second base. Quick throw, and they will get him. He's going to end the day 2 for 4 with a walk. And our Angels get the win in the first game of the spring. Pounding out 16 hits, win 9-4 as Joe Jimenez gets the win. Check this box score. Santana, 2 for 4, single, a double, a walk, and a run scored. Moda had 2 hits, including a home run. Cross had 3 hits. Benelis had 3 hits, including a home run. Cross had 1 as well. Gonsolin pitched well. Medeiros did not. And pretty good day for almost all the players, but especially Leandro Santana. Gotta love that. And we would win Game 2 against Cleveland 5-1. Leandro Santana goes 2 for 3, scores 2 runs, drives in a run. Nelson Rada gets 2 hits, drives in 3 runs. Cross with 2 more hits. Benelis with 2 more hits. Santana with a double. Ren's 3 shutout innings. See Derrick Siddiqui pitched 1 inning, no hits, no walks, no runs, 2 Ks. We're going to watch his next game where he actually starts. In game 3 against San Diego, we lose this 2-1. Santana goes 1 for 3. 2 hits for Mota, 2 hits for Rosario. Stolen base by Mota, Ward, and Herrera, the catcher. Bremner, 1 run in 3 innings. Siddiqui pitches again, 1 inning, 2 hits, and 1 strikeout. And we're going to watch him start this game against the Reds right now. And Cincinnati Reds come to town, and we get to see our number 1 draft pick, Derrick Siddiqui, on the mound for the first time. Very interested to see how he does against the CPU teams. There he is, taken 3rd overall, the number 1 player in the draft. See his spring training stats so far. I went in and gave him Pedro Martinez's number and Pedro Martinez's windup, so it looks familiar, that's why. All right, see how he does against the Reds lineup here. First pitch we see is inside for a ball. He should strike out a ton of batters, not walk many guys. Might give up about a hit. Might give up a hit or more per inning. See how that goes in the sim. Siddiqui's got a slider, a changeup, and 2 fastballs. Might have to change that 2-seamer to a sinker. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Ripped foul down the right field line. You guys don't know the difference and the reason why guys with high strikeouts, they get a ton of strikeouts, but it doesn't cause them to get more strikeouts necessarily. It just changes the type of outs that they get. It's a fly out to right field. There we go. First out of the game. So it's just a qualifier on the type of outs they get. Doesn't make them get more outs. It just means more of the outs will be strikeouts than groundouts and pop-outs and flyouts. I'm keeping him down in the pitching rotation on purpose. Want him to face lesser starting pitchers until we see how this hits per 9 works at the major league level, with it being under 60 and having that high strikeouts and walks per 9. I know the walks per 9 is going to make him sim really, really good. So I just want to see how he does when we actually watch him play CPU versus CPU like this. Rip foul, that's going to even the count. Make the count full now. And see if he can get a strikeout here. 3-2 pitch to Hayes. And reaches, grabs it, hits the third. Benelis throws across the diamond and gets him easily. There we go. 2 outs. That'll bring in Elly De La Cruz. Big test right here. First pitch to him. Strike right down the middle. See what he did last year. Kind of tailed off because he was way up in the home run derby race. And the 0-1 pitch to Elly. Swings through the changeup. There we go. Still looking for the first strikeout in spring that we actually witness. And there it is. Strike 3 on the changeup. So 1-2-3 first inning on camera for Derrick Siddiqui. That's what we're looking for. See this windup. Here we go. All right, top of the second. Santana singled in the bottom of the first, stole second, and scored on a Made single. That's where we got our run from. Carson Kelly, 22 bombs, but only a .215 average. See if we can have a quick, efficient second inning here. We're going to let him go 3 today. Right down the middle. Like how he's working ahead in the count. Bremner drives me insane because he throws so many pitches. There he goes, swing and a miss. He strikes him out on 3 pitches. Team Marte, 33 bombs, 95 ribs, .247 average. Reds have pop in their lineup. Just don't have a lot of guys that hit for a high average. It's the 1-0 pitch. And 4-seamer catches the inner staff there. Now we got 2-2 count. If you can put him away with this changeup or slider. And, ooh, the slider just missed. Didn't chase, didn't get the call. Full count. Here's the pitch. Tapper to third, backhanded by Benelis. Throw across. There we go. Easily guns him down. Now the newest Red, O'Neal Cruz, signed as a free agent in the offseason. So they have Elly De La Cruz and O'Neal Cruz in this lineup. Tapper foul. You got a lot of power, but not always the best contact with these guys. They look very similar in the batter's box. There we go. Drops a changeup for strike 2. Trying to get through the first 6 batters in order. 0-2 pitch from Siddiqui and ripped foul down the third base line. Kind of emergency hack there by Cruz. Slider down and in or changeup down and away. Or fastball up at the letters. And it gets the changeup down and away. There we go. Another strikeout. Siddiqui pitching great in his first appearance for us on camera. All right. We went down 1, 2, 3 in the second. So now we go to the bottom of the third. So now we go to the top of the third. Christian Encarnacion Strand at the plate. Fouled off the first pitch. Here's the second one from Siddiqui. Swings through the changeup. Ahead in the count 0-2. I love that he works ahead in the count so much. If we can put him away right here. 0-2 pitch. Yep, strikes him out. Gonna love watching all these strikeouts, whether it's live or in the sim. That's 4 Ks in 7 outs. Gonna bring in Matt McLean. Just missed on that fastball. McLean's numbers there. Usually has a higher batting average than that. Here's the 1-0 pitch to McLean. Rips foul down the right field line. And the 1-1 from Siddiqui. A pop fly into left center field. Maybe more than a pop fly. Racing over is Rada to the track, to the wall. Oh, and he missed it. It's a home run. Just looked like he mistimed that by a touch. Matt McLean gets the first hit and first run off Siddiqui. First hit of the game, first run Siddiqui's allowed this spring. This game is tied. See the replay. It looked like just a high fly ball. Hit it really high. Rada made a long run to get there. Here's the jump. And it's just over his glove. Nice effort. That'll bring in Austin Hendrick. Nobody on and 1 out. Swings through that high fastball. We get to see how Siddiqui pitches after a little bit of adversity. There's strike 2. High slider. Like that he's working quick and heading to count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Finish him off. Inside. Now we have a full count. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 at the letters. There we go. Strikeout number 5. Just paints it right at the letters. All right, back to the top of the order. Christopher Doe. Nobody on, 2 out. Strike right down the middle. And the 0-1 pitch. It's in the chase. There we go. Well, Derrick ahead in the count. 0-2. Put him away right here. Don't waste a pitch. And there we go. Strikes him out. So 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. Only 1 hit allowed. That solo shot by Matt McLean. And the Reds offense would wake up once Siddiqui left the game. As you see, they win 8-3, pounding out 12 more hits off the rest of our pitching. George Clausen taking the loss. Check out the box score. See Santana, 2 hits, 2 runs scored. Stole a bag. Biggio hit a home run. Siddiqui, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Great first performance on camera for him. And we are 3-4 thus far in spring training. We're going to hop into this game right here against the Giants. Tyler Bremner is going to start. And we're going to take a look at him and Santana and Made and Moda. Get a few more at-bats in this game. And once Bremner's out of the game, we'll just sim the rest of the game out. But I want to get some other guys on camera here for you guys to look at. And on the mound for the Giants early in this game, Ryan Pepio. See what he's done on the season. 5 Ks, 5 innings, no runs allowed so far. And the first guy he's going to face is Leandro Santana. See, he's hitting .364 on the springs. He takes strike 1. Love that Santana's doing well right off the start of spring. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Almost hits him. Got 5 runs scored in the 7 games he's played so far. He's going to hit this tapper to first, and he's going to have first out of the inning. It's like Devers playing first base. That'll bring in Nelson Rada. He's hitting .273. It's important for him to get on base as well. He's got some speed. Like he has 6 ribs already. One thing I'm worried about is all these guys at the top of the order taking away RBIs from Moda. But as long as we win, there's a base hit past Devers in the right field. There we go. So now we got 1 on, 1 out. Here's Jesus Made, struggling just a little bit early in spring. Tapper to third base, throw across the diamond. I don't know if Rada was moving on the pitch or not, but it looked like it could have been a double play. Now we have a man on second, 2 out. Edgar Mota, MVP, Rookie of the Year last year. It's inside. Very curious to see how he does this year. Hoping his production doesn't slack off that sophomore slump. We need him to keep a high level. Not necessarily as high as he did last year, although he's got the ratings to do it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He's ripped past Devers into right field, and that's going to get a run in as the Angels are going to score first. There we go, clutch RBI. Can't leave that pitch right in the middle of the plate like that. They'll bring in Kalai Rosario. Got bumped up to a B potential in the offseason. Gotta love that. That's a ball. Rosario kind of holding the spot until Garner gets up out of Double-A.
2 balls, 1 strike.
No guarantee that's going to happen. All right, Kalai ahead in the count, 2-1 now. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the first. Here's the pitch from Pepio. That's going to be a ground to the third. Chapman's going to have that. Throw to first. That's the end of the inning. But we do get 1 on the RBI hit by Mota. There we go. Tyler Bremner. See what he's done so far this spring. Don't like that 11% strikeout and 11% walk rate. Need to have much higher strikeouts and much lower walks. All right, first man. Can't believe they have Matt Chapman leading off. He is not a leadoff hitter. He's a number 4 hitter. And he's going to miss with the changeup. Bremner can't be nibbling. He's got to throw strikes. Here's the 2-0. And that's going to be ripped down the left field line into the corner. And fair. Going to rattle off the side wall. It's going to be extra bases for Chapman to start the bottom of the first. All right, then I'll bring in Young-Hoo Lee. Man on second, nobody out. Here's a strike at the letters. Bremner's got himself in a spot already. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And the runner goes, and he drops the ball. Keegan couldn't get out of his glove. So Chapman's going to steal third. Strike on the pitch, so now it's 0-2 count. Need the strikeout here. Here's a kick and a pitch. And it's going to be a pop fly into shallow left field. Racing in, cross. He's got it. Here comes the throw to the plate. And Chapman holds. There we go. Nice hustle there. Now a man on third, 1 out for Devers. Dangerous hitter here. Misses with the first pitch. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing here. Then we can set up a double play. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's going to be a rip into center field. Rada racing in, catches it, throw to the plate, and he is safe, just barely. Nice strong throw there by Rada. Now we have a tie game with 2 outs. Willie Adames at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swings over that changeup for strike 1. Adames down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Bremner. Swings and misses and strikes out. There we go. So we only allow 1 run in the inning. Pitches around, pretty much around the double and stolen base. We go to the second. We're tied at 1. All right, we would go down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. So now we head to the bottom half. Ramos leads off, takes a strike. Ramos down in the count, 1-2 now. Here's Bremner's pitch. And pops it up into left field. Cross drifting back, and he's going to have that for the first out. Now bring in Casey Schmidt. Nobody on, 1 out. Schmidt ahead in the count, 3-1 now. See if Bremner can come back in the count. Here's the pitch. And he misses for ball 4. Problem we had with him last year in spring training. I'll bring up Dakota Jordan. Outfield prospect for the Giants. Here's the pitch. Ripped foul down the left field line. Count is even at 2-2 now. Here's the pitch from Bremner. Strike 3 at the letters. There we go. Paints the upper outside corner. Now bring in Patrick Bailey, the catcher. 1 on and 2 out. Foul that one back. Count even at 2-2 now. Bremner up to 32 pitches with this one already. Here's a pitch and strike 3 on the inner corner. There we go. Held them scoreless, but we got to work on that pitch count. Alec Bonella struck out to start the inning, so now we have Santana up with nobody on and 1 out. Grounded out his first time, being 348 in the spring. And Santana's down to count 1-2 now. Here's the pitch from Pepio. And he chases a slider and strikes out for the second out. Now bring in Nelson Rada. Nobody on, 2 out. See if he can get on for Made and Moda. Strike at the letters. Singled his first time up. Scored on the hit by Moda. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Pepio. It's going to be a fly ball down the right field line towards the corner. And that's going to be caught for the third out. All right, bottom of the third. Bremner in. Facing Lucas Dunn. Floats that slider over for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch from Bremner. That's going to be a line shot in the center field. Rada racing over. Can he cut it off? No, it gets by him. It's going to be extra bases. Rosario gets the ball back in, and Dunn's in with a leadoff double. But just like the first inning, Giants, their leadoff man in scoring position right away. Here's Matt Chapman. He's going to pop this up on the infield. Kevin Biggio's going to sit under that, and he's going to have that for the first out. Big pitch by Bremner there. So man on second, 1 out. Young-Hoo Lee up. Just high for ball 1. Lee flew out his first time. See if we can repeat that here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a line shot up the middle. Rada charges it. Scoops comes up throwing, and it is late as Dunn scores, and it's 2-0 Giants. I'll bring in Rafael Devers, another dangerous hitter. Swings through the fastball for strike 1. Count is even at 2. Bremner needs a strikeout or double play. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 on the inner half. He looked at it. That's the pitch he needed. Strikeout number 4. Now bring in Willie Adames now with 1 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. Strike. Adames down on count 1-2 now. See if Tyler can finish him off. Pitch number 47. And he swings through and swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Throw down to first. And they get out of the inning. But the Giants, Young-Hoo Lee, RBI single gives them a 2-1 lead. Go to the top of the fourth. Jesus Made is going to lead things off for the Angels.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Here's the 1-0 pitch from Pepio. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Adames scoops, throws to first, and gets him by a step. That'll bring in Edgar Mota. RBI single in the first. Here's Pepio's 1-1 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Adames backhands it, throws across the first, and he's got him for the second out. Now bring in Kalai Rosario, grounded out his first time. Not doing much so far in the spring. And the 1-0 pitch from Pepio inside.
Inside, ball.
And the 2-2 pitch from Pepio. Line shot up the middle for a base hit. There we go. Way to go, Kalai. We get a man on with 2 out, trying to get a 2-out rally going. I'll bring in Gavin Cross. Breakout year with power and RBIs last year for him. Now our defense improves with him shifting over to left field. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Pepio. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Scoop there, throw to first, and they're out of the inning. And Johnny Brito's going to come in and pitch. So that'll be the end of us watching Bremner. Now we'll just catch the top of the order as they bat the rest of the game. And we pick it up top of the 6th, still 2-1. Landon Roop in. Leandro Santana at the plate. He's going to take the first pitch for a ball. He's over 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Need to get him on base in front of Rada, Made, and Moda. It's a mouthful to say. All right, Santana heading to count 3-1. See if he can draw a leadoff walk here. And he does. Ball 4. So, yeah. Not going to get hits. We need the walks. That'll bring in Rada. If I was quick managing, I'd have Santana steal. We'll see what the CPU does here. Here's the first pitch to Rada. That's low for a ball. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Rada ahead in the count 3-1 now. See if he can get a pitch to drive. Wouldn't be disappointed with a walk either. Here's Roop's pitch. And low and outside for ball 4. So he walks the first 2 batters here in the 6th. And I'll bring in Jesus Made. Nobody on, 2 out. It's grounded out twice. See if he can get this ball elevated this time. Edgar Moda on deck. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Made. Capper foul. Made down in the count 1-2. He's fouled off 3 straight pitches. Here's the pitch from Roop. And it's going to be a ground ball to second base. Got a charge. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first. Not in time. So they only get the force. And a new pitcher coming in out of the pen. Bailey Falter coming in to face Moda. Man at the corners now. 1 out. Got to get this ball out of the infield. Need a fly ball or a base hit. Check swing strike. Moda with the RBI single in the first for our only run of the day. Moda down in the count 1-2. Cannot strike out here. He's got to put the ball in play. And a rip base hit in the left field. It's going to be a tie ball game. There we go. Made stops at second base. So Edgar Moda, 2 hits and 2 RBI. That's what we pay him for. He just takes the outside pitch the other way. That'll bring in Cly Rosario now. 2 on, 1 out. Looking to take a lead. It's a strike. Rosario, much better hitter against lefties. And the 0-1 pitch from Falter. That's going to be a pop-up in center field. I don't think Made's going anywhere. There's the catch and the throw, and he stays at second. Now Gavin Cross steps in. 2 on, 2 out. Tied at 2 here in the 6th. Looking for a clutch 2-out hit. Here's the pitch. Rips it into left field. Left fielder racing back to the track, and he's got it just shy of the track for the 3rd out. Here's Santana up. Got a man on first and 2 out. 0 for 2 with a walk. Scored the tying run in the 6th. Ryan Walker on the mound for the Giants here. Santana down in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swings through it and strikes out the end of the inning. Blew him away. And pick it up top of the 8th. Still tied at 2. Mason Black on the mound for the Giants facing Nelson Rada. And he's going to take the first pitch for a strike. Rada 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Rada. Foul off to the left. Nelson down on the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Black. And it's going to be a ground ball to first base. Devers scoops it, races the bag, and there's 1 down. And after Ward struck out, Edgar Moda's up now with nobody on and 2 out. Fouls that one back. Moda 2 for 3, 2 singles, driven in both runs today. Moda ahead in the count 3-1 now. Here's the pitch from Black. Yeah, high fly ball in the left center field. Left fielder racing back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. There we go. Edgar Moda, Apo Taco. Driven in all 3 runs today, 2 singles and a home run. Picking up right where he left off at the end of last season. Just incredible draft pick, and gotta love having this bat in the middle of the order. See the replay. Again, takes the outside pitch and drives it. It's a deep left center field, too. 393 as it just sneaks over the wall. Now we are in top of the 10th inning, tied at 3. Leandro Santana up with nobody on and 1 out. Giants got a solo home run in the 8th inning to tie the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Budo. Be a foul down the left field line. See if Santana can find a gap here, get in scoring position. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed. Budo's like, where was that? And the 2-2 pitch from Budo. It's a shot into right field. Racing over, and looks like Dunn's going to have that for the 2nd out. And we go to the top of the 11th, still tied at 3. Edgar Mota leading things off for the Angels. There's a high fly ball into right field. Dunn racing over in front of the wall, and it's gone! Home run! Edgar Mota, second big fly of the day, and it gives the Angels a 4-3 lead as he's driven in all 4 runs today. My goodness. Looked like a pop fly, and it just kept carrying. See this replay right down the middle, letter high. Dunn races back, thinks he's got a play, and it just keeps going. And the Angels hang on to win 4-3. Bovee with the win, Jimenez with the save, and Edgar Moto's a one-man wrecking crew for the Angels today. Look at this box score. Only had 1 hit out of Santana, Rade, and Made, but Edgar Mota 4 for 5. 2 singles, 2 homers, 2 runs scored, 4 ribs. Tyler Bremner, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in 3 innings. And we're about halfway through spring training. I want to give you a stat update. Edgar Mota leads the team. He's tied with Nelson Rada with 19 hits. Mota hitting .365, 3 home runs, 11 ribs. Nelson Rada, .333. He also has 11 RBI. Let's sort by RBI. Made has 7, Cross 6, Santana 4. Santana leads in steals with 5, but Edgar Mota has 4. Batting average, Mota .365, Rada .333, Santana .291, Made .286. Pitching side, Freddie Lorenz, 18 innings, only a 1 ERA. Derrick Siddiqui, 18 innings, 1 ERA. Tyler Bremner, 2 ERA. Gonsolin, 257. Medina, 225. Klassen, 253. Look at these strikeouts, though. Derrick Siddiqui has 25 strikeouts in 18 innings and only 2 walks. He is going to be a problem for the American League. And with those strikeout totals, I would expect him to be at the top of the strikeout board this year and every year. And depending on his wins and losses, he might compete for a Cy Young and a Rookie of the Year right out of the gate. Bullpen side, Eric Miller doing great. Jimenez, Bovee, no runs allowed in 4 2/3. Foley struggling just a touch, but not too worried about that. But we're going to get into this game right here and watch Derrick Siddiqui make another start. That's all we're going to watch is him pitch this game against the A's. Probably going to go 4, maybe 5 innings. And that should wrap up our spring, and I'll give you the final standings and final stats after this game. And our Angels travel to take on the A's. Yeah, really good test for Derrick Siddiqui as he takes on a bunch of these big hitters in the A's lineup, like this guy, Nick Kurtz. Santana need him to keep playing well. Our young guys doing the job. And we're not going to watch the hitting in this game. We're just going to watch Derrick Siddiqui pitch. So we will be quick managing all of the hitting side. Santana with a leadoff single and stolen base. Rada knocks into third. Made, double play. Mota, singles. It's 1-0. Mota comes through in a clutch again. Ward flies out. So now we go to the bottom of the first. Max Schumann lead things off for the A's. Siddiqui just dominating batters. He gets a quick strike and a fake bunt. I knew he was going to strike out a bunch of guys, but Siddiqui's just been unreal all spring, especially in the sim. It's ahead in the count. 0-2 with that pitch there. He can pitch this well. We may not keep him down. We might want to put him at the top of the rotation so he beats the other team's top starters. Won't take long. He might be our number 1 pitcher at some point this year. Schumann down in the count, 1-2. See if Derrick can finish him off. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Swings and misses on the slider. And he strikes out the first batter of the game. That'll bring in Daryl Harnize. A woeful spring here, hitting 120. Swings through the changeup for strike 1. And Harnize finds himself down in the count 0-2 now. See if Daryl can put him away. He's pop up in the infield. Kevin Biggio playing third base today. He's going to walk in there and have that for the second out. That'll bring in Jacob Wilson, dangerous hitter. Great average, drives in a bunch of runs. There's going to be a ground ball to short. Made with the scoop and a throw to first. We have a 1-2-3, bottom of the first. All right, Gavin Cross leads it off with a walk. Biggio pops out. Fletcher singles. Wong strikes out. Santana with a 3-run shot. There we go, Leandro. We need more of that out of you. Rada flies out, so it's 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And leading things off for the A's being Nick Kurtz, always dangerous. Having a rough spring thus far. You see he was 2025 Rookie of the Year. See if Derrick can make short work of him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball into right center field, drifting back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Wow, got all of that one. This game is suddenly tied. Can't make those mistakes of these big power hitters. Now bring in Tyler Soderstrom, another home run threat. He's going to pop this one into shallow center field. Rada, a long run, and he's got it. There we go. It's nice having those wheels in center field. Now we got one out, nobody on. Lawrence Butler up. Their lineup is very dangerous. Strike one. Butler down in count 1-2. Siddiqui trying to put him away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out for the second out. Now to bring in Zach Geloff. Nobody on, 2 out. Geloff ahead in the count 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Be a pop fly into right field. Ross playing right field today, drifts over, and he's going to have that for the third out. The A's get on the board. Solo shot by Nick Kurtz. It's 4-1, Angels. Jesus Mate leads off with a single. Steals second. Moda singles him home. It's 5-1. Fly out, strikeout, and a single, and a fielder's choice. In the bottom of the third, it's 5-1 Angels. Gabriel Moreno leading things off. And Moreno's down in the count 1-2 now. Here's the pitch from Siddiqui. Swings and misses and strikes out for the first out of the inning. That'll bring in Denzel Clark. Nobody on, 1 out. Gonna hit Tapper up the middle and through for a base hit. So the A's have a man on now with 1 out. Go back to the top of the order. Bring in Max Schumann. He struck out his first time. Use a double play here. Here's the pitch. Ripped foul down the left field line. Schumann down 1-2 now. Here's the pitch from Derrick. Swings and misses and strikes out for the second time. Second out of the inning. 4th K of the game for Siddiqui. And now we got Hernaiz up with 1 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. Strike at the letters. Hernaiz down in count 0-2 now. Siddiqui trying to finish him off. Looking for strikeout number 5. Here's the pitch. Oh, he just missed. Asking, where was that? Now a 1-2 count on Hernaiz. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out. There we go. Give up a base hit. Pitch around it. Derrick Siddiqui doing Derrick Siddiqui things with the K's. We're through 3. It's 5-1. Good guys. All right, Adrian Hauser comes in the pitch. Wong grounds out. Santana grounds out. And Rada singles. Made grounds out. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jacob Wilson leading things off. This will be the last inning for Siddiqui. Ripped foul down the right field line. Count even at 2-2 now. Here's the pitch from Siddiqui. And he swings over it and strikes out. Strikeout number 6. My goodness. This guy is just phenomenal. I'll bring in Nick Kurtz. His solo home run second's the only run Siddiqui's allowed. And the 2-1 pitch to Kurtz. Pop fly into right field. Cross drifting back to the track. And he's going to have it for the second out. Didn't carry quite as much as last time. I'll bring in Tyler Soderstrom. Flew out his first time. Nobody on and 2 out here in the 4th. And the 2-1 pitch from Siddiqui. Be a fly ball, shallow right field, cross runs in, and he's got it at the knees for the third out. So great performance by Derrick Siddiqui today. 4 innings, he only allows 2 hits and 1 run. And Leandro Santana would hit a solo shot to start the 7th innings. We're up 6-3. And Rada would double. Mate would drive him in with a single. And Edgar Moto 2-run shot. It's now 9-3 Angels. Gavin Cross adds another 2-run shot to make it 11-3. My goodness. And the Angels offense would match Siddiqui's performance, pounding out 17 hits and 13 runs as we win the game 13-6. Siddiqui with the win, Spence with the loss. Check out this box score. Santana, 3 for 4, 4 runs scored, 4 RBI, 3 hits for Rada, 3 hits for Made, 3 RBI, 3 hits for Moda, 4 RBI. Cross drives in 2. Biggio with 2 hits. Moda, Cross, and Santana home run. Santana hit 2, and he stole a bag. Siddiqui 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Joe Jimenez got lit up. Miller, Young, and Brito, though, finished it up, and we get the 7-run win here as Santana and Siddiqui, the two guys I wanted to really highlight in spring training, are performing way better than I expected, and that bodes well for us in the regular season. And we would wrap up spring with a 16-11 record, a half game behind the Cubs for the best record in the Cactus League. Let's check out these final spring stats. Edgar Mota led the team with 32 hits, 19 runs for Santana. Mota had 10 home runs and 27 ribs in the spring. He is not slowing down. Santana, 8 stolen bases. Mota hit .405, slugged .848. Rada hit .333, Ryan Ward .317, Mate .298, Herrera .294, Santana .262. He dropped off just a touch. OPS guys, Mota .1353, Ryan Ward over 1,000. 16 walks for Mota, 13 for Santana. That's exactly what we need at the top of the order. 7 doubles, 2 triples. Go to the pitching side. Derrick Siddiqui, 2-1 with a 2.59 ERA, 40 strikeouts and only 3 walks in 31 1/3 innings. Freddie Lorenz, 0.87 ERA, 0.90 WHIP, 20 strikeouts, 31 innings. Tony Gonsolin, 263. Tyler Bremner, 164. Only 8 walks in 22 innings with 19 Ks. That's what we need out of him. Luis Medina pitching great. Clausen wasn't bad. Bowden had a rough spring. So did Medeiros. And these 3 guys right here are probably all going to AAA. I know Bowden Francis finished the year well for us last year, but Siddiqui's going to take his spot in rotation. And Luis Medina has not done anything to be demoted. So if we have an injury or somebody doesn't pitch well, then probably Bowden Francis or Clausen be the first one to come up. Bullpen side, Eric Miller pitched great. Jimenez pitched okay. Miller well. Ginkel didn't pitch great. Boovy kind of gave up some hits and runs late in spring, but 11 strikeouts in 9 innings. Brito and Young pitched well. Quijada pitched okay, only pitched an inning. Closing side, Foley got that ERA down. And I got to make some roster moves, send guys down to the minors, bring guys up. But I think this is going to be our starting lineup against right-handed pitching. And this will be our starting lineup against left-handed pitching. Kevin Biggio, I know he didn't have the greatest spring, but I want to get that power in the lineup. He's earned a chance to play second base. And David Fletcher has regressed across the board coming into the season. He's 34 years old. And Nick Lofton's going to get some part-time playing. But that's what we're going to go with. Catching-wise, Connor Wong's looks like he's going to go down to AAA. Going to have to pass him through waivers, so hopefully no one claims him. But, man, what just an impressive spring for our young players as Edgar Mota hit 500 in his last 30 at-bats with 7 home runs and 17 RBI. That's video game-like, right? My goodness. Made in his recent games hit .375 himself. So that's just Bremner do 1.64 ERA. These guys are just making me so excited to get into the regular season. And that's what we're going to do next. So this will wrap up this special spring training episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching these guys play, and I'm excited now for the regular season. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live, which will be opening day. I'm probably not going to show all of opening day. We'll show bits and pieces of it because I really want to show Derrick Siddiqui's first start in the majors. That'll definitely be in the first episode. So if it goes a little bit longer than usual, you'll understand why. But you guys take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.